And we are back, man. Another podcast, another episode, man. You know what I'm saying? Of the War Report radio series. We got some special guests in the house. We got Street Fah in the building. We got Eb. You know, he's off camera. You know, he's light as a feather off camera.
All good, all good.
So, yeah, y'all were talking about some complete nonsense earlier just now before we started this podcast about streets and all of this stuff. And break down what you were saying. Like, there's different coasts. You're like, oh, we need to stop looking for feel-good stories in the hood. Yeah. Because for what, though?
What, why I felt like that?
Yeah, why would you say that? Why would you say such a thing?
Because I be hearing people say, like, the older people or the older niggas is guiding the little homies wrong. But sometimes the big homie be younger than the nigga he sent or y'all be blaming for. So it don't be the older nigga. Like, his big homie could be younger than him. So it's like,
well, every culture, right? Every culture, everything is taught. Anything you do in life, like any mammal in there, they're taught by the people that are older than him. I'm not saying the street gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a feel good story. I mean, you 100% right about that. Yeah. I just think that the way this shit is now, and chaos the way it is, nobody's thinking about making money. Everybody's thinking about catching a body count.
Whoa.
You know, that's
not everywhere. You talking about just Newark specifically?
No, that's
or just
everywhere, bro. All these young niggas out here want to catch bodies.
But
that's what it's about.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a problem.
It's like, what would you recommend to come good out the street? Like, or what do you think is supposed to come good out of a street life, criminal life? Like, what you honestly, think they supposed to do?
I mean, honestly, I grew up in Jersey City. I lived in Florida. I lived in Charlotte. And I lived in the hood everywhere I went. I always lived in the hood all my life. And it was about making money. That was all about, is making money.
All right, but when you in the hood making money and somebody have a problem with it, what you gonna do? Just leave and stop making money?
Nah, niggas gotta take their profits.
So
that's for sure.
That's where it starts from right there. So that's what comes with the street.
No, but
I think some of it though, like specifically, like
you're right.
I feel what you're saying. Like I feel like the young teens,
it's
like,
about money.
The murders do get you kind of depending on what's setting you in.
That's because the gangs hit up here now. So with the gang activity, that's what I'm saying. So that's a different. You know, when you talking about the streets, it's different players in the streets. Like I said, you got the scammers, you got hustlers, you got drug dealers, you got robbers, you got snitches.
It's always been that way, though.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So now that the gang hit, so for people to think like gang members is supposed to be these friendly guys or go around helping everybody, like that's not what gangs is for. I don't know no street gang that did anything positive or anything good came out of it. It's like that's what gang world is about. Gang life is about. The streets is like that. It's like when you step through that street door, it's nothing but bad out there.
Let's get right back into street culture. And so you guys already introduced yourself. We don't gotta do that again, but we back live now. What the hell are y'all talking about, man? Because y'all talking a lot of stuff, but y'all not saying nothing new that I never heard of.
We was talking about the streets.
I don't want to make it seem like y'all trying to school me on that. I'm on podcast.
You the youngin'.
It's the War Report.
You the youngin' and shit.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So what are some things that you would say like, all right, you would learn from the streets that you wouldn't know, like just living like right outside of the streets, like because there's a lot of different areas in Newark where I know a bunch of kids like went to a good school, did all the whole nine, like so, and it's not all street shit out here. It's some nice shit out here too.
I don't think so either. Yeah. There are exceptions to all rules. We talking about majority. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always see a person. Oh, this person made it out, whatever. But if that one person made it out, 1,000 didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think it should be like a sympathy story behind it. Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because everybody make their choice. Like we all make our choices in life. So it's like for people to be wanting like something good to come out of it at the end, and if it don't, it's like a sympathy story, or it's like I don't know how did you expect anything from a criminal life to be good. Like
Yeah, but I think with the whole thing when it comes to sympathy, I think it's more so the environment they're in causes them to be the way they are. You know what I'm saying? They adjusted to their environment, so they end up being that way because they had no other choice.
Yeah, somewhat, but everybody, when you get to a certain age, like you know right from wrong.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you could be put in the environment to do things, but how many females grew up in the projects with us and had nothing and lived in the same environment with us? It's not a bunch of girls in the project selling drugs.
True.
So like if they figured it out, it's like we can't keep like saying that's the reason why. It's like we made our decisions. Even niggas go down state they first time, they come home, they still trap, they still rob, they still do what they do. So that's your decision being made. I don't think like it should be a simply story out of it if you calling yourself a street nigga.
No, I think the environment, bro, like a lot of times come down to is that what you know. Like I know way more now than I did growing up in Kerry Woods.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know way more now.
I know way more now. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity.
Back. Yeah,
I was fortunate to navigate and find the glitch in the matrix to find a way. And then I learned from this person, learned from that person. Oh, this is how it works. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I ain't got to do this. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Oh, if I get this type of money, I could do this with this money instead of doing that with this money. And a lot of times these boys don't have that guidance, that leadership, that vision of what's really going on. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel sorry for them on that part because they really don't know. Because when we're talking about off camera about the Chicago shit, like I'm looking at the photos, I'm looking at the documentary, and I'm like, damn.
What documentary, man?
I don't want to give them no pub.
Okay, all right.
We'll
talk
agree
about
with
it.
you to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But when you say they don't know, but that goes back to what they saying now about rap music. Like if they saying, like you say Chicago, they shooting up each other, right?
Yeah.
They would blame a rap song behind the way they acting, right? They say the rap is influencing and all that. So they do know because the rappers also tell you to invest your money, buy this, buy that, do that. So you can't keep saying everybody is naive to things, but
no, I don't think it's naive.
It's like you are well aware when you in these streets.
No, you know what it is? I don't think it's naive, but growth is uncomfortable to human beings. And everybody. Sometimes what's hard, which is growth, is hard to do. And a lot of times they don't have that push to go further. Like I look at my son now, he playing, varsity as a freshman. I mean, same athletic ability I had, but he has me to push him. So he's gonna get there quicker because I'm there to push him. But I ain't have that same push behind me. Yeah. So my shit just went left, you know what I'm saying? So, but when you in the environment, niggas telling you, yeah, go shoot that nigga, you go kill that nigga, go handle that business. The nigga say you go handle it, you know what the fuck that mean? You know what I'm saying? That ain't go to pay patty cake. That means let them shits blow. So that's what the shit that these young boys are not getting. They're not getting the guidance. Okay, you're gonna hustle. Okay, hustle up, save your money up so you can buy a house. No hustle up. So
who you expecting to guide them? Like you think like in the streets is a classroom that you could go to and take, like who are you looking for to teach street niggas this shit? Like,
but bro, there are street niggas that own homes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Like
I think
if you live long enough, you will know.
The game is to be sold, not told.
I think what Eb is saying though is
it's always
like street dudes need to switch it up. They need to switch it up, man.
No,
it's 2021.
I'm just saying, be about your money, get your paper. If you're gonna, if this is,
and I totally agree with that. But what's the other part you saying?
What you mean?
I get your money.
Get your money.
But what's going on? Like what you saying?
You gotta get your money.
Their money?
Not on the scale that when we grew up and our demographic, I don't see niggas like really getting the money and really doing something with it. Like my pops was a big time hustler, but he ain't do nothing with his money because he ain't know nobody told him nothing, whatever. I was telling him shit when he was alive, whatever, and he didn't know it. And this nigga probably was a millionaire at one point, you know what I'm saying? But don't even know it. So at this point with information now, everybody social media, everybody on the computer, all these even these hood niggas, they niggas write more shit than anything that they doing. So you can read a little bit more about, okay, let me buy this house that we hustling out of. It's for sale and it's dirt cheap. A nigga like me, I ain't gonna buy that shit because I don't live over there and I ain't part of that environment. But you could buy a house right there. You comfortable because you know what? I'm just where I'm from. I'm just gonna own the motherfucker instead of renting it. Nothing wrong with that.
I totally agree with you. 100%.
Facts.
But in the streets, it's different laws, different rules, and different aspects. And the number one rule is that niggas live by is if you ain't putting no money in my pocket, that shit you talking, I don't want to hear. I'm doing what I gotta do.
True.
Like,
but there's niggas that get put on by a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And them the niggas that listen to that nigga.
You know, exactly.
If you a nigga with everything got you going on for yourself,
yeah,
and you telling me how to do it and how to get it, and you ain't really putting me with you every day,
yeah,
letting me get in with what you got going on,
yeah.
Your advice is just advice. I'm still in my everyday struggle,
Absolutely.
So I don't want to really hear that shit because I still got to make this and that work. That's how this shit go out here.
If I
you could give me 1,000 advice, but if you ain't hands on with these niggas, and how many niggas gonna do that? Because now you gotta bring niggas to your house, bring niggas to your place of work, bring niggas to around the people you meet, and that's what niggas don't want to do. So when
not
you
every
say,
nigga you can do that to.
I gotta show you. You basically saying what niggas is already doing. They telling niggas shit, but niggas don't want to hear that shit if you not physically helping me get it. Like,
true. I mean,
it sound good.
It's like a nigga you put on, hypothetically speaking, you put a nigga on, give him a pack. He flip. I said, yo, save your dough. Don't blow your fucking money because it's gonna be something bigger later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the nigga, now majority of niggas ain't gonna listen. They gonna do the shit what they gonna do. They gonna see what's on TV. They gonna spend the money at the club. They gonna buy bullshit. They gonna do dumb shit with their money, blow their money. But the one that does, like, yo, all right, you got your money out? Okay, cool. Here's my mortgage guy. Talk to this nigga right here. He's gonna help you get a house. He's gonna help you with your credit score, whatever, and go to plan to the next step. And then you keep doing what you're doing until you get another thing, so you can compensate for that income.
All right.
There are niggas like that. It's just not enough of them because it's too much ignorance out there to the point they can't get to that next step, and that's why these young souls, are dying quick.
You're right about that.
You know what I'm saying? These young souls are dying quick, bro. That's why.
You right.
My thing about it is just that the age of some of these kids that are dying. Like I have a 15-year-old son. You got a son up there too. So you know what ages that you can influence them. You know what age you can influence them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At 13 years old, you can influence a 13-year-old. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But she's 19 years old. That's something different. Yeah. Totally different stage of life. Yeah. When they get to that young age, it's going out there, yo, no, you're not ready for that, yo. Just keep looking out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta blow no cannons right now. You just keep looking out.
But you gotta think about it though. Some of the kids that the real savages don't gotta ask. They grabbing the
they're exceptions to all rules. I mean, I'm not saying they're exceptions. I'm not saying some niggas that are born killers. I'm just saying some natural born killers. I'm not saying it's not.
But I feel like if you an older guy and you see a kid is not like that, you should keep him on the right path. Like you shouldn't want to like G him down and get him to do something that he ain't really into doing. For sure. And I think everybody would agree with that. Though. For sure. You agree with that?
That he shouldn't get him to do something that he don't want to do.
Like yeah. Like or
I don't think
somebody that's doing all right. He don't gotta do no gang shit, but. Cause you got to talk about the recruitment stage. Like I don't know how this shit work, nigga. I'm not in.
Yeah, I ain't in no gaming, but I'm just y'all speaking of the streets, and I speak for the streets, but it's like y'all saying it in the. It's like I don't understand what if everything went the way y'all saying it and the good came out of it, it wouldn't be called the streets. It's like that's what separate the streets from the corporate world. It's like you can't go to work. And when your boss your checks don't come on time, you can't call up your Rashid and all of these niggas that come to the job and then your boss got to pay you in cash on that day or y'all fuck them up. That don't happen in that world, right? Yeah, I understand. So it's like even if you wanted it to, because it happens to people at times that they checks don't come on time.
Yeah, it does.
But no matter how mad they get and what they want to do, you can't do that in that world.
Yeah, you're right.
No matter who made the mistake, who didn't do their work. 100. So in the street world, it ain't gonna go that way that you looking for it to go because that's that world.
Nah, I'm not. That world. I mean, I'm not saying that how the streets is now that what I'm saying is like valid. Like that's how the shit should be because it's a very complex situation. You got family members, you got all kinds of shit that divides shit up into the street world. I'm not in that type of environment, but I'm from that environment. But you're living in it, so it's a little different for you because you saying like, yo, how can this ever be the way this nigga talking about? Because I'm looking at this shit right now in live and living color, and that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But every culture, like everything you do, like, you know, you gotta look at like, you know, I'm in it to make what am I doing this for? Like, what are we doing? We together, we doing this, we whatever we doing. Like, you supposed to be making money so you can have a better lifestyle.
Who said that though?
That's life. That's the laws of life.
But that's why you go to work to do that. What you talking
about?
Work.
I mean, you got
go to work.
Some of the biggest criminals in the world is in behind the office desk. Trust me.
But if you
different environment though.
If you go to work every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week.
Yeah.
And you do your 40 or 80 hours, you get your check, right? You ain't worried about police or nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing like.
Yeah.
All right. You looking for that same reaction in the streets? It sound like.
Nah, I'm not looking at that. I mean,
like,
the street
going in the streets and just making money with no problem.
I'm not saying that. But there is a time that shit can be done in order. Like everything don't have to be all fucking wild and shit. There are multiple cultures. Like you think like you got Indian niggas that do street shit. I mean, they're not in the street like we think it is.
So they not in the streets.
But they operate in street illegal businesses.
That's the
you know what I'm saying. But they ain't killing each other though. They just making money. You got all demographics. But you get the out. Huh?
Like if you sat in your house all day and sold drugs over your phone.
Yeah.
You just sell drugs.
Yeah.
You're not a street nigga.
Nah.
You're not a gangster.
Nah.
You're not a thug. You just sell drugs over your phone.
But it's criminal though.
Yeah, so you telling me about Indian niggas
the terrain
crime,
yeah.
But they not in the streets. They not in the trenches.
They still committing crime that they can get locked up for. The same consequences that they see in the street niggas, the same consequences they're gonna get. When they go before that judge, don't give a fuck if that shit was on Avon Ave or motherfucking or in the house in Edison somewhere. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. But it's the same crime.
They're not getting their money in the same fashion. They don't have to stand outside around 30 niggas.
That's a different terrain.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a terrain, but it's still criminal though.
Crime, you're not doing it in the same fashion as
everybody
else.
But that does not mean that it has to be to the point that the violence of kids are dying at 13 years old. That's what I'm trying to say. Like it's all about making money. If a nigga out there standing on the corner, he's trying to make money to better himself. That's what he's there for.
So whether why it's a street, not at work then?
Well, then that's what he knows. Like we just said in the beginning, that's what he knows. He knows to be in the street and do that. So he doesn't know about to go on lifting some boxes and shit. Like he don't know no better. How? His brothers, his big boys.
So you mean to tell me you don't believe no nigga in the street knew that Jobs was hiring?
No. They know.
If they made it to the 8th grade, they were offered a speedy job in their life.
Bro, I worked at FedEx in Newark for 15 years. So a lot of them niggas come from the same places you come from, and I come from, and they work like I worked, and did what we had to do, whatever. I'm not saying that's the only option they have, and they don't know no better.
So what do you mean? But that's what they being taught is from 1st grade all the way till you get to 8th.
Yeah.
You're being taught, and then they offer you a summer job. They're teaching you how to work.
Yeah.
So that's what you being taught as a kid.
No, so you talking about a summer job.
You're not being raised by the street.
You talking about a summer job that's like
spend most of your time in school as a child.
No, bro, but you leave school though. You know that, right? You leave school, you walk down the street, and you see your environment.
Yeah,
you take in that environment.
Yeah,
there's a reason why there's kids in different cities that are doing better than the kids in inner cities. I'm from Jersey City. You from Newark. There's a reason why those kids are in the situation they is because their environment.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Your environment matter more than anybody know. It does. Subconsciously, shit you take shit in.
You right, and then this when it lead back to what I just said. Like you said, it's people doing better in different
cities. Yeah.
All right, now. Yeah. You from what projects?
Jersey City, Curry Woods.
All right, Curry Woods. I bet you I can name at least 20 females that ain't have to sell drugs.
Female is different than female.
What's
you know
difference?
That. You know that's a difference.
Live in the same conditions.
Hold on. Time out. There's a difference between girls and males.
Come on,
man. Come on, bro.
All right, so look.
You ain't protecting your shit from being raped. You're not being raped. Women can get raped. So it's a different environment.
Listen, I'm from the projects.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. Before you even say that, bro. So this whole conversation started over that, like as far as the difference between how a woman can make it through the hood and not have to sell drugs and be a criminal? How did this conversation even start?
Because he's saying like he's blaming the older people in the streets for what the younger guys is doing.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell him
it is
at
some point
it's
not on the older guys no more.
Because I just gave him a situation where
older guys
your big homie can be younger than you.
Yeah, I got you on that.
So it's not an older guy doing this stuff.
You understand? Every hood, everywhere. I lived in a hood in Ocala, Florida. I live in Ocala, in Jersey City, in Charlotte, Dinglewood. Yeah. There's always a nigga that sets the tone for the whole fucking for that spot, that area. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying they having meetings and shit like that. They're not that organized. I'm not even gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But every area, like, there's a reason why they don't shoot at cops and kill cops. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a reason why that's not done that way. Because somebody said, "Yo, you fucking shoot one of them cops, you gonna fucking make the whole block hot. You gonna fuck everything up for everybody." That's street though. That's cold. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why it's done that way. So just like a nigga tell you not to shoot a fucking cop, you can say, you know what? Don't do this, don't do that. Leave that nigga alone. That's his area. That's your area.
Because violence bring
problem. Fuck the money up.
Oh yeah, fuck the money up.
Fuck the money up.
So basically,
that's what it's about. It's the money.
So basically, all right. So basically,
more of this shit need to be focused on just money getting.
Yeah.
But that's what a lot of the violence in Newark even stem from right there. Blocks, corners, my nigga.
But first, I'm agreeing with you. First of all, I ain't gonna say, hey, dad, it's straight
no.
be like Disney World. No. Even if niggas didn't buy and drop no body, it's gonna be good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I see more. Like I say, I'm looking from the outside in. I see the more so niggas worry about clout, taking pictures of guns, all kinds of cool, goofy shit, and not worrying about making paper. Them same niggas that walk around with the Balenciagos and all that shit like that, whatever, ain't got no money in their pocket. They ain't got no money stacked, no saved. Time for a lawyer, they got a public defender. But you got Balenciagos on though. Something is wrong with that. Somebody's being taught wrong. Just like a motherfucker get told not to do certain things and they don't do it, it's a reason why it's done that way. A nigga could tell a nigga like, listen, stack your money, do this and that, and that, whatever. We could buy a whole fucking block. There are plenty of organizations, street organizations that have done that.
I can understand totally what you're saying, but then you got to be realistic. Like what I said, I don't expect shit good to come out of the street.
Yeah.
So if a child was watching this interview right now, what they would get out of what you're saying is basically commit crimes smart and save your money.
I'm not saying that.
Because that's what you
get fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
The older niggas should guide niggas into doing.
No, any nigga,
commit crimes smart, save your money. But you never saying they should tell them that don't even do this shit.
No, any motherfucker I would tell them to do it. But we know that's not always an option.
Right.
So we talking on them terms. We talking about fucking like I got a son.
Just move smart.
Do this right here.
No, but what I'm saying is,
he going to full positive route. He going to full positive.
I'm not going to full positive.
Yeah, I'm saying he going to full.
No, I'm not. I'm not going full positive.
If you're going to give any guidance in the streets to a youngin', it should be don't fuck with this shit at all.
True.
Not save your money.
But most of them niggas ain't gonna do that shit though, bro.
You still making them think it's a chance that they can make it out here when you tell them that.
First, you started off saying the street ain't nothing good and have the street.
It's not.
All I said on combat that is that it's about the money. That's all I said. I didn't say like I'm gonna let my son live in South Plain. You
but
go out
you
there.
saying it
I ain't gonna do no shit like that.
It should be just about
the money. But them niggas need those young niggas to eat. So it's no way, it's no fucking way that they ain't gonna tell them niggas don't do this shit at all. That's that ain't true. They need the little niggas to eat so they can keep their shit going.
How? That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
like,
when a nigga get knocked in high, he can't be out there like
so
that.
So you think? So hold on. I think it sounds like you think that like when it is a guy in a gang that got all of his gang members hustling for him.
Nah. Like, I don't know nothing about gang culture.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that from the first day. The pressure
you think that's out here or making things transpire is not what you think. It's like it's not no guys. It's like you could go to a lot of these gang members. They sell their own drugs. They commit their own crimes.
Yeah.
It's like so. It's nobody that you trying to blame behind them,
bro. I'm not blaming like a one person type thing, whatever. What I'm saying is that it's a culture thing, like the gang culture. Like I don't know much about gang culture, but I can see what's going on in the culture. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know how they work. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying, like, being from the projects, being from that environment, me understanding how it was done and governed, whatever. I don't know how that's doing that, but I don't know if it's one nigga, two nigga. I don't even know that. But my point is this: that every environment has a culture. Like Newark has its culture, Florida has its culture. Dingle has culture. It's niggas in Charlotte, right, that I grew up with, whatever. That been. I'm not gonna go that far, but it never been in jail. Never. You know why? They didn't drop no bodies. They just made their money.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a proven fact. That's a proven fact. But when you on Instagram with your guns and shit like that, and doing kind of crazy shit, and one clip I saw niggas shooting in Jacksonville, shooting in the fucking bushes, whatever, say he mowing down the ops. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that right there makes more. I mean, he's with a big ass AK-47. That shit, you see the fire out of that shit. You think the motherfuckers ain't gonna come see you?
But this
come on, bro.
Like
that's stupid. That's bad culture. That's bad coaching.
Don't think I'm disagreeing.
Yeah. Some of this shit is stupid.
Don't think I'm disagreeing or naive to what you're saying. I totally agree with you. It's all ignorance. But what I'm saying is, that's the streets.
Bro, that's not the streets. That's the culture. That's the culture that's being brought upon today. Like I told you, there's niggas that I know been hustling since I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? It's still never been.
You saying it's a new era?
Like no.
This era.
Hold on, let me say
that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Let me just say,
it's a new era,
and this is what I gotta explain.
This era dumb as fuck.
This is the main.
It's all street.
This is the main thing I think people miss who's not in the street or the ones who's in the street, and they forget this. This is the most important part about being in the streets, right? Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Everybody has an expiration date.
Facts.
You never seen old niggas control the streets. So if you think you're going to keep telling these young niggas what you do, you're going to get took out of here.
You can't tell a nigga nothing at this age.
But you keep saying, listen to what you're saying. They should tell these young, the older niggas never control streets.
Bro, we understand what's older in the streets. It's not 40s.
So y'all
older niggas in the streets.
So what do you mean older? So what do you?
Older is not. We granddads.
So you want a nigga 23 to listen to a nigga that's 27?
A nigga that's 23 listen to a nigga that's fucking 15. They would listen. A nigga that's 20 would listen to a nigga that's 15. Yes, it will. You know it's true. A nigga that's
15 is supposed to listen to a 23-year-old?
I'm not saying supposed to, but that's how this shit is.
How could a 23-year-old guide a 15-year-old if he's only 23?
Because he is.
He only lived really. He start coming out of his house probably 9 or 10.
You telling me ain't no old niggas out there? Ain't no old niggas fucking little ass niggas, bro? So you know the young niggas are doing. You know the young niggas, older niggas 23.
Listen,
in my world, that's young.
But
their world's not.
But your old, what you just said, your old is really still you asking for a kid to guide a kid.
True. But that's how that shit is done, bro.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So
you telling
older
me
that you trying to blame. It's not old. They're kids because old niggas don't control
because a
the
nigga taught them somebody in the chain taught that 20-year-old, that 23-year-old when he was 15 the same shit, and he's teaching him the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something broken somewhere that niggas forgot about getting money. Whether the older nigga died too quick and then tell the nigga whatever, he went on social media and went crazy. I don't know where it happened at because I'm not in that environment. But either way it go, there's always a young nigga that we consider young telling a young nigga that we consider a baby what the fuck to do.
And that's
what I got 3 brothers. I got 2 brothers. I got 2 brothers underneath me. My brothers listened to me when I was 16, and they were fucking 10 or 10 whatever or 5 or 15
and
whatever.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's how that shit goes.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why the streets would never be the la fairyland that you want it to be because it's gonna always be kids guided by kids. Because once you get a certain age out here, you just gotta respect that you made it this far in life. You can't think you gonna control the streets and the niggas that were just like you. You gotta respect the game. Yeah. And if you try to disrespect the game by going against everything you were at one time, it's not gonna work for you. Sure. You gotta let the streets be the streets. You gotta advise these young niggas. You can't make them do nothing.
No, I never said make at one time.
So it's like, if you can't make them, then you can't blame older people.
If a nigga look up to another nigga looking up to him that he's doing. Say you look up. Say you 15 years old. The nigga that's like I'm gonna say you just admire him from afar.
I was one of them.
You know what I'm saying? And you see this nigga on Instagram with 100 guns, and then you see him if he got in a strip club, snuck in there, and he's throwing the money. Then you see him with the foreign and everything like that. You see him with the Balenciagos, and then his life is over with. But at the same time, the young niggas looking at that nigga like, wow, I want that. I want that. You know what I'm saying?
But you speaking it as if I wasn't one of them young niggas.
No, we all was.
That's what I'm saying.
We
so
all was.
I knew. I looked up to a lot of niggas in my hood, a lot of drug dealers in my hood, a lot of killers in my hood. I wanted to be just like them, but I knew which part of that shit I wasn't gonna do.
Yeah.
So,
that's a lot of people though.
But that's
exactly.
different.
That's everybody.
So you
that's
know
everybody.
what you gonna do.
Yeah, you know,
you
a
know
robber.
what you know.
You know.
Not always.
Not always, but you know for the most part.
By everybody,
don't get me wrong.
You know who you know who you willing to do and what you not willing to do.
You right about what's in your heart, but it's times that you could be in a situation that you had no choice too, and that happens a lot.
So you're not influenced. You have no choice.
Yeah, but you influenced. You're influenced by the environment though. Your environment's always influencing you.
Sense. If you don't have no choice, how you're influenced? You have no other choice.
No, what I mean, let me backtrack a little bit. What I mean is that when you in this environment, so you had no choice. But when I mean you influence, like you in this shit right here, and you ain't no choice. You got a gun in your hand, and this nigga's shooting at you. What the fuck you gonna do?
And let's go back to what you said. Did this conversation start off like for far the girl because he keep like saying the hood like it's just so much of a trap. He keep forgetting there's females that live in there who didn't do none of the shit we did.
The females are not being treated like men, yo.
What I'm asking is from birth in the hood, born in the projects, boy and girl, in a fucked up environment. Tell me what different options that she had that he didn't have, that he didn't take, that she took. Like they were both living
females.
in poverty.
Females are not.
Let him finish the point.
Females being doing females.
Listen to me.
Hold up now.
Both of them lived in.
But you can.
Both of them lived in poverty.
Okay.
Both of them lived in a broken home.
Okay.
Both of them, their parents was on crack.
Okay.
Both of them had fucked up clothes going to school.
Okay.
Both of them got ridiculed and hiked on and picked on and didn't have the. It's like.
What's a man's strength and what's a woman's strength?
You talking about strength? I'm talking about choices.
No. What's a woman's strength? What's a man's strength? If you're in the same environment, you have tools.
I don't know.
If we in the same environment, you.
What I'm saying?
Listen,
I don't know. Like,
listen, we in the same environment. You a girl, I'm a boy. You know what I'm saying? Jarrett, you the girl, I'm the boy.
Fuck out of here.
And your strength as a female is your body, your mind. My strength as a man is my mind and my strength.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? A woman is not being the same way.
I
can't give excuses.
They're not being the same way. They're not. It's not the same thing.
I can't give too many excuses.
They just not to the same shit.
I can't give too many
excuses.
They're
not the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing. Not the same.
And at the end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you. You said, what's our strength?
Yeah.
They stronger than us.
Mentally, yes.
Listen.
Mentally, yes.
They had to take care of kids with no man in the house, more than one, with no job.
Yeah, they are mentally strong.
And they didn't sell drugs. They didn't commit a crime.
But what did I say? What did I say? But listen, what did I say? I said they mind and their body.
A woman stronger than us because you can't sit with a baby for 3 days straight.
I can. Easy. Not inside of me, but with me, easy.
No, I'm 3 days straight in the house.
Pause.
Easy.
Without that shit aggravating.
Weeks.
You can't go you feel me?
Weeks.
You can't do that, bro. It's easy. No, I ain't
easy.
Saying, no, what I'm saying, you not
easy.
As easy as the women got it. I know our strength. Remember that. I'm a man like you. I got kids like you.
Bro, I'm a father, so
women stronger than us, bro.
I never said it wasn't. I said they mind. The first thing I said was their mind and their body.
Because
their mind is stronger than us. No. We're not physically. They're not stronger than us physically. That's a fact. But mentally, they are stronger than us. That's a fact. That's why I say their mind and their body.
So I don't understand what you're saying.
Mind and body.
Why did niggas make these decisions in the hood that they didn't make?
Bro, like you gotta understand.
Sometimes
It's a reason why all those kids died in Chicago over that little war that they had. And there's a reason why. No. Let me finish. There's a reason why all those kids died in Chicago during a certain time period, and the same kids in Westfield, other areas, whatever, excelled. There's a reason why. It's not really hard to think about what the reason is. Their environments made them that way. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's the truth.
But
that's the truth.
That's the truth.
It is.
Systematically, they were broken down into what they were doing because they were ignorant and didn't know no better.
Yes.
And that's what I'm talking about for our hood, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying
like
that
to wake up.
But like you said, there's no fairy tales out here. There's no Disney World ending at this motherfucker. Yeah. And I agree with you 100% on that. I never disagree with you. We were just talking, whatever. We both agree, whatever. But it should be about making money to get out of the motherfucker or better yourself.
Nah, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be out there.
No, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't be.
But again, like we said,
about.
but you said we remember the environment that they in. They are set up to fail.
Nah, they could be set up like the girls and go to work.
Girls is
speedy job.
Girls is different,
like,
bro.
Listen,
it's not the same thing. It's the reason why
I got 5 sisters. I ain't got no brother. My father ain't live in the house with us.
Feel you.
None of my sisters never sold drugs. All of them got jobs.
Yeah.
And they all got more kids than me.
Yeah. Females are different than males. That's a fact. That's a fact.
My point is, like, I made my decision. They made theirs. We was in the same household, going through the same circumstances.
I feel like you're interjecting your situation into the broader scope of what Eb is saying. So, like,
not my situation per se, but the decision that we all had growing up in the hood. We can't keep really saying like, yo, I had no other choice but to. Like, we gotta stop.
I'm not saying that.
Say that crowd. We gotta, cause you know what that is to me. Like when a nigga do that, it's like you subject to telling on somebody now.
Yeah.
Because now you making excuses on why you committed a crime, and that's what you gonna do if you get caught now. I know what you're saying. But so like when you in these streets and you enter this shit, enter it. Like don't.
I'm not saying
reminisce on because when you can reminisce on why you had to enter it, you can reminisce on other options you could have took before you entered this.
I'm not saying niggas is like hitting a gun there. You gotta go out there and sell these drugs. That's a movie shit. Most time niggas come up there and they go in there. All right, this is easy. Let's just knock through that. But their environment is accessible. Like a kid in Westfield is not accessible to the streets to the point like, yo, you want to sell some, boom. It's not even there. They in the house somewhere. They not, there's no people outside and shit and posted up and shit like that. It's a different environment. I'm not saying to you like, oh, they had no other choice, whatever. They can't watch TV and see it's a better option. But if no one's there to take them to that next step. No one's there to show them that next step, whether it's their parents, because it all comes to start from home. We all know that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't have those people to push them to the right spots to do whatever, crime is more fun, they feel at first, until they get locked up or get killed. Something bad happens. Yeah. But it's more fun to do this shit than do this shit than read a book. You know what I'm saying? So that's their environment. That's why I tell you it's the environment they in. Like it's a reason why.
And I agree with you.
It's a reason why, like when you see Chicago map, you see the gang culture, whatever. You see how the shit is, whatever. And you see body drop like this, left and right. It's a reason why that shit is done that way, and it's not being done in our suburbs in Jersey.
Whoa! What's the reason?
What's the reason?
What the fuck you talking about?
What you mean? The systematically fucked up for them to be the way they are. It's that way. It's that poverty.
Yo, you know what's crazy about Chicago is?
What's
it's
that?
Like. Like El Chapo had like a lot of his like drugs and weapons shipped there.
Flow
like
through
you know
there,
what I mean, that was like one of his headquarters.
Yeah,
that was like his United States headquarters.
Yeah.
So like they were kind of interjected into like a whole wave of like cocaine,
think nobody know the government don't know that shit going
and
on
heavy weaponry like
you think the government don't know that shit's going to Chicago there's a hub you think they
found
a hub
the government for niggas choices
nah that's what I'm saying like I feel like
I'm not blaming the government I'm blaming our culture I'm blaming our culture as a people
I'm feeling like the Chicago street violence like it starts with the El Chapo shit like that's what really got their shit out of control.
Get it cracking.
Like their shit was on and popping, but to get it out of control,
it's possible.
Like it was El Chapo's presence in Chicago definitely turned. Shit up.
I'm not gonna sit here and blame the government, but I will say that the stage was set for that shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? The stage, the Thanksgiving turkey was baked and the yams shit was baked for them to go crazy like that.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm saying like answer me this quick question honestly.
All right, go ahead.
If selling drugs went like this, you could go out, you could get some drugs, you go outside and sell it. Everybody sells it. It's just free money. It's zero violence behind it. Everybody is just, we make money, we pay our rent, we take care of everything we got to do in life. Is nobody goes to jail for it. Nobody gets hurt behind it. No, for real.
Listening.
Do you think everybody would be selling drugs?
No, I still think people would still do different shit.
I don't think everybody was selling drugs.
No.
Now let's let the viewers know that we don't condone selling any drugs.
No, that's not what I'm getting at.
No, because they didn't hear the story before the story. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, if selling drugs came with no violence and no consequences and thousands and hundreds and millions of dollars, do you think
then you had an IRS on your ass after that?
And when I say everybody, I don't mean every single.
I know you're talking about. The same Oakland's doing it right now. We're doing it with no violence. That's what you're saying, right?
If it was no violence, do you think that people that don't do it would be selling drugs? Do you think they will be getting up, going to work every morning when they can come outside whenever they feel like it and make $20,000? Like,
so what's your point?
I'm asking you.
Do I think people would do it? Yeah. Absolutely,
right.
Motherfuckers will do that shit.
All right, so that's why you gotta have what's going on in the streets. That's what's going on, because the streets would be, everybody would be the fuck out there, and it wouldn't be nothing wrong with it, and you wouldn't see nothing wrong with it, and nobody else wouldn't be, but it still would be you selling crack, poisoning people, killing them.
Yeah,
but that everybody would ignore that because there's no jail time behind it, and there's no violence behind it.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. So the streets gotta go the way it's going, and it's gonna be nothing good come out of it. Because if anything come good out of the streets, everybody and their mother gonna be out there selling drugs.
I never said that
nobody would be at work.
But my point is, I never said the street life is supposed to be good. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
But what I'm saying is that the focus on the other shit and not using that for a means to the end is the problem. No one's focused on the means to the end. It's just like, okay, let me just be out here and let me catch 100 bodies and be a martyr and die young. You're not supposed to want to die young. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to want. And
if you in the streets,
you're not supposed to want to die young.
If you in the streets, you are supposed to want to die young.
No, you don't.
You don't care. You don't care when you die
because they don't know no better. Ignorance don't know no better. They think 26 is an old head. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they think. Because the niggas around them is only 26 and dying like that age. They think that's not an old head. You just started. You don't even know what the fuck you doing to 35 anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
So, by the time you 35, you don't really have a big say so out here unless you willing to risk your life and the rest of your life in jail. You 35, you kill somebody, you gonna get at least 30 something years.
Crazy.
That's life right there.
Yeah, that's over.
So at 35, if you running around still like what you said, trying to tell young niggas what to do, it's gonna be a young nigga like you.
Yeah, light your ass up.
Yeah,
catch you on fire.
So
I'm not saying that.
And they gonna go that.
No, you're right. It's not. They're not gonna listen to you. Not when they making money already. Like, you know what I'm saying? They definitely listen to you when they making money. They're gonna look at you like you fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
All right, well, we touched on that shit a lot.
Let's go.
Let's get in the first Street Fah real quick.
Let's get the first Street. Yeah.
You might have to chop this up.
Yeah, man, we gonna chop it up for sure. But let's get into like when'd you start rapping? Because
let me know.
You're a whole different generation than me. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. So break that shit down, because you was on stage with, you know what I mean, and NJ Pack with Rakim and shit. I'm like, whoa, the hell.
Yeah.
How did that happen? In
with the legend?
Yeah. What was
the
that
God
about?
MC?
What was that about?
That's what's up.
That was my man from my hood, my big brother, my OG. His name Supreme. He close to Rakim. That's like one of his close friends. He got me up there with him. So
what was that like though, to be near a nigga a person like that, a legend?
Yeah, that was like classical shit. Like just seeing the way like he got to rock the crowd.
Yeah.
And his shit like 25 years old, and they still love him, know the words, and it was definitely motivation.
Yeah. So what inspired you like to rhyme and shit? Because I know like when we were growing up, we saw Jay, Nas, Big. We was like, yo, I can't rap because that nigga right there is a monster. Like you see a lot of young niggas now rapping because this shit is so much easier now. Like I feel like the lyrical, just the metaphors and the double entendres is all
Your
gone.
shit don't even gotta be all super lyrical.
I know that's my point. Like when we grew up, it was like that. You had to have bars. These niggas right here has making noises with their mouth and going and out of there.
Yeah.
So so you have to have a lot of courage to want to rap when we growing up versus now. So there's a lot more rappers now than there was back then because we were looking at Pac, Big, Nas.
Yeah, everybody was hot back in our day. Everybody was hot.
Yeah. So for you to want to rhyme, it was like, yo, how you gonna compete with that? That right there is different. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, cause like I grew up off of hip hop and all of that. Like, but it influenced me like far as like, you know, how to move. Like what you said, certain ways in the streets.
Yeah,
it didn't influence me to want to rap. It was a young person from my hood, like my man YG, like, and seeing him and a couple of other people in my hood start rapping, and they younger than me. Like that's mainly what influenced me to want to start doing it. It wasn't like listening to like mainstream rap. It was like my hood, the movement, and what I wanted it to be and what I seen it could be made me want to rap.
So you was in the culture of rappers.
Yeah, basically, I was around rappers, people in the hood that rapped already.
That's back to the streets, I guess.
What would you consider your era of rap that you like, you know what I mean, focused on the most as far as like listening to it and just wanting to be, you know, a rapper? Like who were some of your favorite rappers that you grew up on?
Oh, you know, I listened to Pop. We listened to Bone Thug growing up. I listened to the Locks, X, McGruff, Maze, Cam, you know, a lot of underground. Like I wasn't really listening to much mainstream. A couple of people like Onyx and them, but I listened to like a lot of mixtape shit when I was growing up. Like
that's a mixtape era.
Clue mixtape. Like I'm from that era. Like 9-5, 9-6, Ron G tapes and all of that. Like I'm from that era. Like
okay, that's what's up, man. One thing I noticed about you was like you got I saw the original First Street Fah shirt, but then I pulled up the Branch Brook and you had a different First Street Fah shirt on. So I'm like, yo, this dude got different versions of his.
Yeah, I be having special joints.
Nah, but I done seen you out a few times now, and you always had a shirt that said First Street Fah on it. And
I try to keep them.
Yeah, like I feel like that's kind of like, I'm not sure if it goes over niggas' heads, but it's something I definitely noticed. So I'm not sure if that was meant to be marketing, but you know,
it definitely was.
It's definitely
I'm
working.
glad you did notice that, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what's that like? You know what I mean? What's the thought process behind that?
Yeah, I just I figured like you know, I got my label and my name First Street Fah, but I figured like sometimes, you know, people don't want to walk around with your name on them. So, you know, I figured like I just got my own personal shirts with my name First Street Fah, and then the ones I got for the supporters is my label First Street ENT. And I just did it like that, and like hopefully I thought like people would notice it maybe, and maybe they won't. But
so you make your shirts custom for you? You have certain shirts that are custom for you?
Yeah, I got somebody named Self-Made Tay. She be making my shirts.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Tay.
This dude have like shirts for himself, like that.
So
you know what I mean? Because you popping out different colorways, and
she be tightening me up. Like,
and I'm like, what the hell?
I don't tell her what to do. She just like a designer how she do it. Like, and them shits always come out different and dope. Like,
okay. Do you get shirts to match the sneakers, or do you get the shirts and then match the sneakers after?
Yeah. I be telling her to match the MBs up.
Okay. On different shirts and different colorways.
Yeah,
that's smart. That's smart, man. What do you think that the culture as far as here is kind of lacking as far as, you know, artists or just like the hip hop scene? Because we went down there to what was it, like Hotel Indigo, and there's people out there. So got Branch Brook, you know what I mean? You got the Pack, you know what I'm saying? So it's shit going on. Like Newark is definitely on the up and up. I feel like
what I think we lacking is I ain't running into enough rappers. Like
Yeah.
Like I ain't.
What you mean?
Like I'm running into like all my niggas or the street niggas or the real niggas out here, but like I ain't running into too many rappers. Like,
yo, what?
So I think like that's like kind of like probably our problem. Like we ain't really out and about too much enough.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
What is Newark culture like, far as rap? Like, is it like?
I mean, is
Fayetteville
YouTube
sound, or is it the Chicago drill, or is it Brooklyn drill, or is it, what's the sound of Chicago? West Coast got their own sound.
Yeah,
Atlanta got their own sound. What's
Newark got
sound?
his own sound, and then they got the New York drill sound. But like Newark got his own sound.
Yeah,
like he got his own sound. Like you know a Newark nigga when you hear him. Like some niggas from Newark could rap like they from Chicago or from other places and you don't really know, but then there's certain niggas that you know. And then there's like certain niggas from Atlanta or LA that could rap like a New York nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like Game don't sound like a LA
no,
nigga.
not at all. Not at all.
So it's like,
but he's a LA nigga because how he pronounces his words.
Certain, and then he could get on his LA shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like Newark got his own sound. But they know how to play with other sounds too.
Yeah, like when I listen to different regions, like when I heard Nip, first time I heard Nip, I could hear LA. I could hear how he pronounces his words. How I could hear it. Atlanta nigga, I know when I hear Atlanta nigga, certain things he say. Yeah. Even Chicago nigga, how his aggression, the realness of it.
We got that slang, them certain terms like. Yeah. You know a Newark nigga when you hear him. If you from Newark or you in tune to Newark, then you know a Newark nigga when you hear him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, like when I started hearing the New York, Brooklyn, like the drill stuff, I didn't get it at first because that's not what Brooklyn I'm used to.
I was confused too.
Yeah, but then when they started, Fabio and the rest of them guys started around, like okay.
Yeah, I like
Pop.
Fabio.
When Pop went crazy, I like okay, and then I get it now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Bobby Smurda was like the first one to me to make me like really
definitely.
But it was his New York style. He ain't go like drill too much, but it was just similar to that.
No, that high energy. It was different because
that energy. Yeah,
because I know like New York rap to be like smooth and you know what I'm saying, and like I mean that's like they bringing it back to like Kane. Cause Kane used to dance, so now they back to dancing again. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing like Kane doing. They doing other dances, but they back to that dancing movement.
One thing I wanted to touch on while you're definitely here is like And Eb, you said it earlier. You said that the streaming and shit, like the CDs, they was making more bread back when they had CDs.
For independent niggas, absolutely. Yeah. Because you could pass that. You gotta pass. You can pass that.
Independent rapper.
Yeah, you could pass that with your. But they didn't even have merch like that back then. I seen niggas out of the back of their car selling CDs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they were caking. They were caking.
That's where I get the little concept.
Cash, keep it moving. Yeah. So I think with the new way of doing it, because of the digital, you're gonna have to figure a different way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that space has really figured it out how to monetize their money when they're on a small scale. Because you got niggas that was small scale. I would buy the CD $5, $8 back in days just because I got love for the nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But now, what do you sell now is a T-shirt or something like that, and you gonna support that too. Because if you want to see another brother make it, that's how I feel about it. As I look at things. So I don't know if our independent artists, I don't know how they're gonna figure it out. But I think they need to do more showcases and more shows. In just small venues, whether it's like 25 people, whatever it is, just to get their shit out there, so they can stream their shit more and so they can buy their merch. Yeah, so you kind of like got to crowd events. You got to be like a party promoter to make your music pop. That's what I really feel like, far as that, because CDs are going.
Yeah, how do you, as an independent artist, like hearing that, like where do you how do you kind of fit in that marketplace? Because like we talked about it last time with Tyrese, And that's one thing I definitely wanted to have you back and talk about is just like, all right, how do you, if you're going to go the independent route, how do you, get your music out there if it's not going to be, well, you have social media, obviously, but like, you know what I mean? Like, what other ways do you try to attack, your strategy?
Yeah, the thing I do, and this is what I do, like, I don't really tell nobody this what they should do, but this is what I do. It's like you gotta put yourself out there. You gotta be consistent. I try to drop things every week, everyday picture, video.
Yeah, man. You drop a lot of freestyles.
Yeah, you got to be consistent.
Thriller videos and all that all the freestyles and shit.
Yeah, it's like things like that. You got to, because this Newark, and like you said, the market is different. So everybody looking for free shit. So I think people got to understand what their social media is for, what their YouTube is for, what their Facebook and all of that is for. It's like I think my Instagram is more so you only gonna get a snippet. You only gonna get a little bit. Yeah. My Facebook, you only gonna get a little bit. You only gonna get a snippet. My YouTube, you only gonna get a video. Yeah. But if you want the actual project and the song that you listening to the snippet of or the video on YouTube of, you go to my site and you buy the project. Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna put my project on Instagram for you to buy it, and I want you to listen to the snippets, and I want you to buy this. It's like I'm not gonna use one site for everything. It's like because everybody is on different sites. True. So you gotta know which one I think to exercise sometimes.
Different marketplaces.
Yeah, some people, a lot of people I know that rap or do music, they just got Instagram because they think that's where everybody at, or that's what they get the most like. They don't even have Facebook, Twitter. Yeah. They own YouTube account. They don't have nothing but Instagram and 1 or 2 YouTube videos.
Where you get your most traction from, you think? As far as fans and stuff like that.
When I check my analysts, it say Instagram and Facebook. So I would say them 2 places. But physically, I'm on the streets too. Like I sell CDs, I sell T-shirts. Like I do showcases when I could, and if it's worth it. Like I just try to be out here. It's like you can't think like you gonna put your song on Spotify, post it on your Instagram, and
I feel
shit gonna happen. Like,
I feel like Newark, and I be in New Brunswick a lot. I feel both of those cities, they need like a open mic spot to go to, like every week, and and I say artist's gonna be there, but just to build a buzz, being consistent, having an open mic. And just doing anything there, and that way they can sell their merch. They can if you are on a streaming platform or your website, you can promote that shit. Cause I think like far as like Newark and New Jersey, and I'm a Jersey kid. We all Jersey kids. I think we need that. Like Red did it, but even when Red was doing it, he wasn't getting the respect for Meth was getting. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get that. He got the respect later, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want to see that respect. I want to see that superstar. Like you see what like
yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely.
Like when I lived in Charlotte, like the baby is Charlotte. Yeah. Cole's from Fayetteville. That's a totally different part of Charlotte. That's like Newark versus that's like Newark, like Trenton, not the hood of Trenton, but like the because Mercer County is really nice. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trenton is only his bad part. Mercer County, so Fayetteville's out there. It's not like it's hood, but it's not like Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So, but I see them bring the whole state up. Like them 2 superstars out of that state, which helps the music scene for people to come behind them. Whether they blow or not doesn't really matter because they're gonna run for another 10 years anyway. So I'm looking for a Newark nigga just to like. A Jersey nigga in general to go.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? Like, Fetty did his thing a little bit, but
it's different over here. And I think when people start accepting that do music and that's into music, I think when they start to accept that, they will understand it more because I think people they looking for things that happen in Newark, New Jersey that happens in Atlanta. Yeah. They looking for things that happen in Newark, New Jersey that happens in Brooklyn.
Why not though?
Because this is Newark, New Jersey, that's Brooklyn, that's Atlanta.
Yeah, but why can they come together and do their thing and we can't come here and do it here?
You could, but
I live in Newark too, so I got it like I'm from here too. So why can't we?
I hear what you're saying, but for it to be like that, what are we doing like them?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not understanding. You got to tell me.
What music venues do we have for artists? Like,
not many.
So how we want to do things that Atlanta niggas is doing in New York? It's like if you gonna mimic, we gotta give the same thing.
Yeah, we gotta come together too, though.
Yeah, coming together meaning support each other, giving things, and I don't mean just supporting like just cause you got it, I'ma buy it. No, I mean buying things that you like buying things that you like to wear, things that you like to listen to. Like you said, a showcase. Yeah. Just because you come to the showcase and you got your merchandise with you, don't mean everybody gonna buy it or should buy it, because it's like, what did you do out here? Who are you? How much work did you put in? How many projects did you got in?
Yeah.
Who can relate to what you're saying? Who do you influence that want to wear you? It's like, all of that gotta matter. Not that you came here tonight and you got CDs or T-shirts.
I mean, motherfuckers should not be wanting to expect niggas to support them because they got T-shirts and shit like that. You should, you gotta expect, like, if your shit's hot, they like you, they like your personality, they like who you are, they gonna buy your shit. If they don't like your shit, they ain't gonna buy your shit. It's niggas that with one song hit it one time and that's it, and they out of there. Yeah. It's a nigga that's been grinding for years and never been out there, and that's okay. But they'll get a different type of respect too. So niggas need to start feeling a sense of entitlement, like you gotta buy my shit because I'm from here and I'm having a showcase, whatever. It doesn't work that way. You gotta have quality merch, you gotta have quality songs, quality performance, everything gotta be
everything
up.
Gotta
it's just
go
business.
Together.
It's just business.
It's
business. Like niggas need to come with the
but
right
I don't
shit.
think it's nothing here and out here that gives people that opportunity. Like, what events do we have? It's like they got NJ Pack. We got it, but it's like, who did they pick from Newark to perform there? Yeah,
but you don't really need a pack to perform. Pack is like another level.
No, what I'm saying is that's all that's going on out here right now.
but there are spots in here that can hold a stage.
Where?
Can hold a small stage.
I'm talking about that's going on where?
No, I'm saying it's not there now. Well, but I'm saying if you did have a music hall.
That is an event going on right now in Newark, New Jersey, every Thursday. That's music related. What Newark artists are they picking?
Yeah, but
it's like, this is the problem in Newark. It's like, it's no events for the artists.
No, but what I'm saying is that
what they do every year, they bring the rappers from the 80s and the 90s, or they charge niggas $500 that don't really have a buzz out here. You probably performed at one of these open mics and they promoted that they could get you on Lincoln Park stage for $500. It's like, you didn't even build the buzz. Nobody really know your music. It's like, they don't really care about the culture, the city, or building this into like its own industry inside of itself. Like, everybody looking for like the
But
hustle.
I mean,
they don't.
Because there's 1,000 hot niggas out here right now in Newark, New Jersey, but you don't see them at Lincoln Park events.
I definitely understand your point, but like, I'm a dreamer, so I always believe bigger. And so even if it's not here, I'm not saying it can't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's not. I understand that. But you can always create. You can always, fix things out. It's always figure out if you work together, if that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's a possibility. I'm not in that work, that rap scene, whatever. But if you come together and have your own shit at Lincoln Park, promote your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like $500 to get on stage. I mean, if it's a one-time event every day, you can save $100, $1 every day. You can have enough money for Lincoln Park.
Almost. But what am I getting out of giving you $500 to rap at Lincoln Park?
Well, you
what am I getting? I could stand in the crowd and sell my merchandise.
There ain't no real.
I could build the buzz buzz in the city of Newark myself. Bro, and come to Lincoln Park.
I put like this. Eb, give me the mic 1 second. Like, when I came back from Atlanta, like, and I first popped out the branch, bro, I'm like, yo, everybody is right here.
Yeah.
The whole city is at one place right now.
Yeah.
So it ain't no, like, it's almost like it's a bubble. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no real industry.
I just feel like
you know what I'm saying? Like in Atlanta, it's like I'm out there and like, yo, like, I'm a cool dude. But like,
it's a lot of cool dudes.
But like, Lil Baby is like down the street or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Like a superstar.
I just feel like all the ingredients is there because I hear some talented rappers from Newark and shit.
But this is the thing though, not just Lil Baby, bro, but QC, like the whole, you know what I mean? Like it's like, damn, like everyone's over there is rich.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like a whole different thing.
That's where it got to start from. Because they. Like you said, you see these people, who they are. That shit ain't just come from out of nowhere. They had to build their name up in their city, in their neighborhood, on their block. Like, it all starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
So if you ain't doing that, don't expect to be Lil Baby. Don't expect to be Lil Durk.
Yeah, and it's everybody ain't gonna be
We can't expect our city to be something that we not out here doing.
Yeah, I mean, like everybody's not gonna be a mega superstar. Like Joey Badass is a star. I don't consider him a superstar, but he has a cult following. He got a good shit going on, and the nigga making money. Like, I'm about making money. Yeah. So I think in Newark, the ingredients is there, but I just think the direction okay, let's do this and let's try this out. Okay, let's move this way. Like I say, I'm not in the culture, but I feel as a music scene is there, but it's just okay. We here, we on Branch Park chilling. Yo, where the site at?
And
let's
I'm not.
start filming that shit because the social media now it makes it so much quicker to do things. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I'm saying. It ain't that Newark don't support, and I don't like that saying when people say, "Oh, Jersey don't support." Jersey don't support.
Yeah.
Jersey do support. Newark do support, but you got to give them something to support.
Yeah.
You got to do something out here. You can't just think because you do what 1 million people in the world do that Newark gonna support you or Jersey's gonna support you.
Facts.
So when people say that, it's kind of like you dissing your own city or your own state. It's like when you know we don't have certain things to put us in position. Yeah. Don't blame the city because you ain't pop in Atlanta or the radio not playing your shit on Hot 97. That ain't got nothing to do with Newark not supporting you or Jersey not supporting you. It must mean that you ain't doing enough or we as a state not doing enough.
Yeah, like I think Detroit had this spot. I forgot the name of it, but they all Detroit rappers talk about this spot that he was at. They did freestyles, battles, all that stuff, whatever, and that created a culture for Detroit. Exactly. And now you got Detroit rappers out there. They're not really huge, but you know who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? And they making bread
Detroit
and they successful.
has exploded.
Man,
but they started from one spot.
Man, listen.
Detroit's like the second.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real shit, man.
I did probably Atlanta, New York City, and then Detroit, bro. As far as rap scene.
I got my own website, and this the honest truth. I wouldn't give a fuck if niggas from no other state heard me. If all of New Jersey bought my CDs, my mixtape off my website every time I drop, I wouldn't give a. So if I could become somebody that's what I like. You gotta focus on one thing at a time. You can't worry about being on TV, being on the radio, because that don't mean niggas got money.
Yeah,
that mean they just on the radio. They on TV. They got a record deal.
Yeah,
the objective, like you said, is in life is to get money.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on. So if I could get 10,000 people to download my shit when my album drop, I could give a fuck if you know who I am in Atlanta, Dallas.
Facts.
You know what I mean? My state know where I'm at. Yeah. That shit just generated hundreds of thousands of
That's
dollars.
where that shit start from.
So if a nigga gotta try to conquer their state, they worried about getting on Hot 97 or getting hot in Atlanta. It's like conquer your state, conquer your block.
I want to see Jersey get like a spot like Detroit. I don't know what city gonna rep it, what it's gonna be at, but if it had like a spot like Detroit, it may not happen now.
Nah, I'm about to get that type of spot.
But in time, you need a spot. You need a spot.
It's coming.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need. And you
it's
just
coming.
Keep,
I'm about to do verses, man. I'm about to verse my man Bully Boy Fresh. We gonna do a verses.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm gonna do him in first. Feel me? And then it's on from there.
Yeah, keep on going. Yeah. Right.
Niggas one verse and battle each other. And I ain't talking about like we up there standing on some freestyle battling each other. No. It's like you got hot music in a project. Like we gonna see who got these hot songs. We gonna let the crowd judge. We gonna let people judge. We gonna play some songs.
If you had to choose a favorite like tape or album that you've done, like what would you want people to like hear this interview and be like, yo, I'm about to go to firstgent.com, but I don't know which album to buy. Which album should they start off your catalog?
You gonna say all of them once
and be like, yo, I bet this album, this the album that's gonna make you want to buy the rest.
Which one is your classic? Which one is your blueprint? Which one's your reasonable doubt? Which one's your ready to die?
My classic,
Illmatic. It was written.
My classic is probably Made It Out Alive Part 2.
Made It Out Alive Part 2.
And Samples with me and my man Bori. And then the latest one I just dropped, I don't know that shit hard. It's table freestyles. It's like all beats from the 90s, early 2000s, my era type, right?
Yeah.
So I say them 3 albums is my babies right there. Like, Made It Out Alive Part 2.
Made It Out Alive Part 2.
Yeah.
And table freestyles, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, man. That's what's up, man. Like, what else could I ask you, man? Like, being out here, you know what I mean? Doing this independent grind. Like, obviously, like, when you have conversations with people, like, oh, like, you rap, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like a for somebody that doesn't rap, you know what I mean? Like when you meet somebody that raps,
everybody.
It's like you're like, all right, well, everybody raps.
Yeah, everybody.
Like in your head, you're like,
I mean, let me hear that shit. Let me hear some music.
I'm gonna give everybody a damn shot.
Yo, Jay, word is bond. I'm like, yo, let me hear you rap.
Man.
It said, hold on, put on the fucking auto tune. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't fucking with you.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I understand what you're saying. Cause
I hate auto tune.
I just went through that today with somebody. Like, I was playing my music, and then bro told me he rap. He was a young guy.
Yeah.
And when he said it, I'm like,
it's like put that auto tune on.
You feel me? He told me to play his shit, and I played that shit, and it was my type rap.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I'm like, bro, I slept on you. This shit hard. Like, so. Yeah, it's like what you said when niggas say they rap, it's like everybody rap. Like
yeah. So what's it like? Having to explain that shit like every time when somebody be like, "Yo, I bet," they want you on Tidal and they want you on Apple Music, but you're trying to get them to a website. So. Does that get annoying, or you know what I mean? Because I can only ask you, you know what I mean? You're the only person that can answer that question.
Yeah, it don't even get annoying because I look at it as like you said, like if you want me to put my shit on Tidal, you want me to do all that because you got the app in your phone, and you can listen to it.
Yeah, because I'm an Apple guy and I'm a Tidal guy. And I'm not going to argue you down. I think it's a great idea. Like
but you're saying like basically how I convince people to.
Yeah, like how do you convince people that got the titles in the thing that's normally like it's probably an 80% chance they not going to fuck with you as far as going to the website. So what's that like?
Honestly, I really don't try to convince you because if you want me, if you like me that much, you going to do whatever. Because if you like any industry artist, wherever they music at, you going to go. So I feel like that's how I could tell if you really fuck with me. Opposed to me tricking myself or you tricking me, making me think you fuck with me, or you only did it because I know you, or you cool with me, or you might think I bust my gun, or I fuck a lot of bitches, or I want you to like me for my music, like you know what I mean. I want you to be like, yo, that shit hot because it's hot.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you not gonna do that, then I'm not gonna sit here and try to beg you
and try to argue you down.
Yeah, it's like if you say you fuck with me, then let's see, like.
That link. I respect that. It's unorthodox. It's different, but there's nothing wrong with trying something different. You know what I'm saying? Just because everybody else is doing something one way does not mean that's the only way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because all you need is one pop. Yeah. And you out of here. You know, all you need is one crazy download. Like, you look, Soulja Boy made money off singles. He started that single game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He need that one thing. He was over here. Out of here.
And that's what I'm saying. It don't be like really too hard or convincing because honestly, it's like I'm only going to be like conversating with you about my music based on if you heard me already or if you my Instagram friend or if social media. And I'm not going to bring it up to you. Yeah. You know I rap. You know who I am. So if we start discussing music and you telling me you like what you hear, I'm not gonna do too much trying to convince you because you told me you like what you hear. Yeah. So if you like it and you ask me where's that and I tell you where's it at and you don't go there, to me then I wasn't that hot. I was just hot for free. Yeah. Like. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, and that's. I think what gets lost in the conversation when we talk about the whole independent thing is like the artist that is on Tidal and Spotify, but it's like not huge and can't generate the streaming numbers of like a Young Thug or some shit. Yeah. They kind of get lost in the whole digital sauce as far as like they're putting all this effort in putting their music out, but they don't really get no crazy residual check from that shit.
They tell you on them streaming sites you own 100% of your masters and your publishing. You can't even get a record deal that motherfucking good. Like
what I know. I listen to the Vince Staples joint and like Vince Staples, I don't know if he's independent or he's damn near independent. He was saying that he made music for movies to be placed on movies. I just feel as an artist that you got to find different avenues to make music for.
And I'm glad you said that because I be having to explain to people like I was never looking for a record deal. Like I rap for the streets. I rap for the strugglers, the hustlers, niggas from the shit I'm from. So you gonna relate to that if that's what you from. Like, I'm not looking to sign a record deal to where you own my rights. You own any of me, and I gotta do this, that, and the third.
Slave.
It's like, yeah, I was never looking for that. Like, that's why I bought my label and I start rapping. I'm trying to get a distribution deal, like not a record deal. Like,
distro.
That's what I'm looking for.
Master
So
P style.
anybody looking at this interview and you want to do a distribution deal, I'm with it. Holla at me.
Yeah. So what Jersey MCs you fucking with?
Oh yeah. Right now, you know, I be putting up my top 5 list. Niggas be getting mad and shit, but like I said, that's my top 5.
Yeah.
I be fucking with Tally, man, real hard. My man HCN Bori, I fuck with him. Sunny Breeze, she hard, fucks with her. Finesse Dutch, he one of my favorites. Bully Boy Fresh, he my favorite. 90 Racks, I be listening to him now.
Yeah.
You know him? He hot.
Yeah, I saw some of his YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
I let that kid day though, yo.
I'm forgetting somebody. Nah, I don't want to forget nobody because niggas see the interview, they be like, yo, bro. But nah, yeah, like
tell him to pull up on us, shit. If you got a problem, let's pull up so we can talk to you.
Definitely. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, I fuck with all of them. Like, definitely, like they be spitting that shit I like to hear. It's relatable. It sound like Jersey, Newark, and that's the type of shit I go for. I go for bars, like mainly over like that trying to bounce and dance music. But ain't nothing wrong with that neither. I fuck with that shit too.
What's your favorite rap experience and why?
What you mean?
Like your favorite experience in the game rapping. What was that moment like? You was like, wow, this is I want to do this. Is lit. Like this is like I enjoy this. Like when did that happen?
Oh, when Uncle Murder came to my birthday party for the second time, and I got to perform while he was there.
Oh, that's lit. That's lit.
And then I got on the stage with him while he was performing. And
bullets.
yeah. Around that time, and nobody knew who Uncle Murder was. And
that's lit.
And they asked me for my birthday, like, oh, yo, who you want to book? We got a $5,000 budget. We could get Cassidy. I think they said Freeway or Uncle Murder.
Yeah.
And then I think I said Cassidy, but I think Cassidy wanted $8,000. But then they like,
nah.
We got Uncle Murder. I'm like, yo, Uncle Murder, I want him. I want him.
Yeah.
He came. And then like 3-4 years later, he came to another one of my birthday parties, but I ain't had nothing to do with this or nothing. He just happened to be there performing that night.
Yeah.
And we was kicking it.
Cool nigga?
Yeah, he definitely cool.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's probably like the illest shit, like, you know what I mean? That made me want to be like, yeah, hell yeah, like this shit is it. Like,
okay. Slick.
Yeah, man. You got any upcoming projects that the people should know about? Like what you working on right now? Like you got the shirts printed up. You got the shirts on you.
Yeah, I got the shirts on deck. First Street ENT shirts. So I got the Money Man shirts. First Street ENT. I got the mixtape out right now. Table Freestyles. And you know I keep a mixtape in the cut. So I got some shit coming. State of New Jersey versus Fahim Solomon. That's my real name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So speak about that type of that part of my life, that era of my life.
Yeah.
What do you you know what I mean? Like obviously I've seen a lot of your freestyles and stuff like that. Like how do you feel about this new tape? Like what are you mainly rapping about? Like as far as the table freestyles and stuff like that? Is it just off the dome? Like or does it have like some type of message? Like what do you generally rap about?
Oh, you know, I generally rap about the streets, hustling, the struggle, poverty, and you know how you could outcome that shit, turn it into like basically what you talking about.
Yeah.
You gonna make some good out of it, put your money into this, that, and the third. Like I don't rap for the kids. I wouldn't advise kids to listen to my music or take me serious for what I'm saying or thinking that I'm even doing what I'm saying. I rap for the people that's doing them things, so they already understand and relate and understand that it's jail time behind it. So I don't really have a message, or like you saying, what's my message? I don't have a message.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's nothing good coming out of the streets.
Okay.
It's
You
for
got
the niggas and the people that's already into crime, criminal shit, getting out of this shit, flipping the game into something better, experiencing that life, getting out of that life.
That's what it's supposed to be about.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. What artists you like? You got artists signing for you, or you working with artists, youngins, like people that people are just trying to like get in the game. Like, you know, are you reaching out trying to?
Yeah, I got 2 artists. I got an artist. His name YG Jizzle, and I got a artist Fat Cat. They got a project coming soon. I ain't gonna give you no release dates or nothing, but they got one. They got something coming soon. Though they First Street ENT.
Yeah.
Like we working up there.
Yeah. So
and there's another artist up there named Zay Flames.
Zay Flames.
Yeah.
I heard
he ain't
him,
First Street ENT, but he from the Spies. He definitely Flames. You know Zay, right?
Yeah. I never met him before in real life, but I know who Zay Flames is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard his tape before.
Yeah, he definitely go off.
Okay.
So you trying to like keep rapping, or you trying to do in the CEO mode? Like trying to get the young gunners out there.
Yeah, eventually I'm trying to get the young gunners out there. Cause like, you know what I mean? I ain't really trying to do this shit too long.
Yeah.
Like I said at first, I just wanted to see if I could like make 10 mixtapes.
Yeah.
Make some money off of it and do any of this shit I was like, you know what I mean? Telling other people they should do or what I seen they should do. It's like, but now for the most part, you know, I got the label, got the LLC.
That's what's up.
If nothing
business.
crazy never happened with me, like I feel like somebody else could take the torch. They could do what they do. I'll put my energy into them.
Yeah, it'd be the old nigga teaching the young niggas, right?
Yeah. Like what you say, like give
you know
them
what I'm
some
saying?
game. Like,
just like because
like
you already
even now, like
you already
even while I'm rapping, if a young nigga come along and I think he hot and he got the potential and he got that hustle in him, like I'll fall back and
push
get,
his shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about that.
No, that's how I look at it, like far as your label and shit. Like, you know, we were talking about earlier about the street shit. Like, you're older head, so you don't pave the road for them already. You ain't got to go down the grass field no more because you don't cut the grass down.
Yeah.
Put gravel down there and then put asphalt on top of that.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is walk over that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So it's a lot better that way for them.
Yeah.
So that's my point. Like far as like, you know, a young older nigga like, you know, like us teaching a younger nigga.
Yeah.
And you got to go there. Just go over here. You got.
Whoever down with me or who be around me, I definitely like give them my input.
I know you do.
Give them my advice.
I know you do.
But I also got to remember, like I was them at one point, so I can't be like too hard on them.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
For
you can't preach to them.
They making out here.
Yeah.
You know, but
definitely
I
can't
always
preach
try to keep them on their toes, like.
Yeah, you can just give them a little guidance, but again, like I'm not your father. I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just telling you what I think. But you do what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I'm always going to let you know that there's an option over here. Like even nigga,
I'm not always going to let you know that.
Yeah,
I'm going to let you know a few times.
Yeah.
After that, it's like I'm not going to keep talking to myself. Like
artists get a budget and you got a budget for $30,000 for a video. You can do it for $5. Like let me show you how to do it for $5. The same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying. Like that's game you get the next motherfucker that they ain't got to go through.
Yeah, I can give you game, but I can't. You know what I mean? I got a son, so like, I can't be like I can't grab grown men by their hand and shit like that. Like that shit gotta be in you, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a hustler. Like I don't need just a nigga who know how to rap good and you ain't got no hustle in you. Like because I'd rather you have more hustle than rap in you, because the hustle can always work.
The hustle always
there's a lot of trash ass rappers out here, but they hustle is what making these niggas win. Like
a lot of niggas trash, but
so like if you go like you could be a rap your ass off all you want. If you ain't got no hustle, then that shit ain't no good to me. Like
it's a lot of niggas is lazy. Like far as their talent is a motherfucker, but lazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, like I tell people, like, you know, I got my own label. I'm looking for artists, but like I don't promise you nothing like, yo, I could get you signed, or I could get you hot if you fuck with me. Like all I could do is show you how to hustle, get your order, get your hustle in order, get your grind in order, give you a little advice and tips on things.
That's huge.
And wherever you take that hustle or what I give you on that, like if you take that shit here or if you take that, but I can't promise you fame and shit like that. That's not what my label about.
Yeah, facts.
Man, that's a. We've been recording for about 1:30. I thought we got a lot of.
I was about to go
content in
home.
there.
Y'all
we
like,
ain't
that was
drinking,
fire.
yapping,
We
man.
could wrap it up. Yo, First Street ENT, First Street Fah in the building. Shout out your Instagram, Twitter handle, all Facebook, all that shit.
Follow me on First Street Fah. You can follow me on Facebook at Fahim Solomon. Follow me on YouTube, First Street Fah, man. Tune in. Definitely click on that website, firststreetent.com. And you know I got free shit up there for all the cheap niggas. And I got the rest of the shit. You know, if you want them hits and them bangers,
You gotta
they
pay
up
for
there.
it.
Like, yeah, they up there.
You gotta pay for it, motherfucker.
All right, man. War Report signing out another episode, man. Peace.
Peace.